Yo, what's going on? My name's Governor B. I'm a rapper and an author from London, and I'm gonna be talking to you a little bit about help. Now, in 2017, I lost my dad quite suddenly. He passed away, and I really struggled to deal with it. I was conditioned from a young age that, you know, a real man is someone that never cries. And I tried to do all of that stuff when my dad passed away, but it didn't work. And I ended up having a bit of a breakdown. And I was crying, and after I had cried and was in floods of tears, I felt this weird kind of freedom that I hadn't really felt in a long time. And that's when I realized that actually maybe it's good to externalize some stuff. Maybe it's good to not keep everything in. It was a wake-up call, and I realized that I need help. But when you realize that you need help, where do you go from there? Well, the first thing that was really important for me was praying. I came across a chapter in the Bible. It's Psalm 13, and it's a guy called David, and they're really angry prayers. He's saying things like, God, why have you left me? Why are my enemies winning this battle? And that kind of opened my eyes, because I realized that God is big enough to deal with my real prayers, my real anger and my real doubt. So that was the start of me really praying and telling God what I was truly feeling. The second thing was I had to try and find people in my life that cared about me so that I could be vulnerable with them and practice honesty. So I started to think, who are the people in my life that have consistently been there and shown me that they love me? Even though it's a massive thing for me to be vulnerable, even though it's a huge thing for me to ask for help, I can trust these people because they care for me. And so I started to practice vulnerability and honesty with those people. The last thing that really helped me was finding perspective. I used to look at every Father's Day, every birthday that went by, and get really upset because it felt like my dad was getting further and further away. But then I thought about what I believe as a Christian, and I believe in heaven, and my dad was a Christian too, so I believe that he's in heaven. When I switch my perspective and think about it through the lens of heaven, every Father's Day that goes by, every birthday that goes by, I'm not getting further and further away at all. I'm actually getting closer and closer to seeing him again. Having the right perspective really helps us move forward. So number one, pray, because God is big enough to deal with our honest prayers. Number two, try and find people in your life that care about you and practice being vulnerable with them. And number three, try and find a positive perspective, because everything that we go through, God can still use for a great purpose. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Peace.